Or
Me, I think maybe the first person I asked was Tyrael, but it could have. I remember maybe it was Snow, or not Snow, but Soot, but he kind of freaked me out, so I'm not sure. Was it you, Soot?
Oh no, you said it was Tyrael. You asked Tyrael first.
It was Tyrael, right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I
Yeah,
feel
it was
like
the
Tyrael
protection
also
question.
asked questions earlier.
Yeah.
So who has an S one, though?
I know Snow has them.
So let's get Snow's.
All right.
I'll nominate you, Snow.
Well, in that case, if you could find the most idyllic place in your mind in the world, what would that place be like? For example, me, if I could find a place like it was Cliff Knoll, that was that really big city that got screwed up, right? With the big
Yes.
tower.
Yes.
So if I could find a place like Cliff Knoll, but deep underground and full of kobolds, that would be awesome.
Who are you asking first?
Let's go with Brad. Since he's already always wandering, I want to know where he would stay.
Well, can I just stay in the airship and just go everywhere? 'Cause then I can find the pretty girls in the cold lands, and I can find the pretty girls in the warm places, and I can find the pretty girls in the foresty places, and the gnomes and the dwarves, and chill with everybody. It'd be pretty sweet.
So you want to go where the girls are?
Oh no.
That's kind of my thing.
I want to be where the girlies are.
I want to see you dancing. Well, that works too well.
All right, who's next?
All right. How about you, Ander?
Well, which bedchamber would it be? No. Well, I've always wanted to have a city again where I could live, in relative fame, and have a stage. I miss my old Magic Lantern theater group. We had our own theater, and I performed all over the city, and it was wonderful. But really, I think over the years things have changed, and I think it's wherever you guys are.
Alvin?
Well, surprisingly enough, I'm sure a lot of you are expecting my ideal place to be in the woods or the wilderness. And, well, it is partly true, but before I took up a druid's life, I actually grew up in a moderately sized city, and I grew used to the amenities available there. So I suppose my ideal answer would be a city that lives in balance with nature, as opposed to in opposition to it, or fighting against it.
You could be a park ranger.
Perhaps one day. Perhaps one day there will be a city named after me.
How about Anolo?
Well, what I wouldn't like my answer to come across is that I'm a bit of a lush, right? But anytime we find a place, it could be anywhere, but where I could do a good bit of carousing. With the lot of you, right? Because I know you all got my back, but anywhere where I can just wreak havoc on my Goliath liver and maybe get into a fun fight and drink lots of beer and mead. That's where.
Nice.
Works.
Noise.
So then, how about you, Tyrael?
So, it's not a place that we've been yet, but it's one of my favorite places in real life. It's like a wide ranch-style house with vines all over it and wide windows. Lovely gardens, and you go down a short hill through some woods, over some craggy rocks and just broken boulders and cliffside, overlooking an ocean. And there's just a small beach with like the sand the color of coffee and cream. It's just one of my favorite places to be.
That sounds awesome.
Right on, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you want an NPC?
No,
Oh, I gotta go.
we
I gotta
first
go.
gotta do
I gotta.
Soot,
I gotta.
and
Sorry.
what horrible nightmare scape he would love.
Oh, this one. I like hanging out with you guys the most. You're always, we're almost always dying, or getting hurt, and it's always so funny. And you guys are running around and doing stuff and talking to people. I can't imagine staying still anywhere. This is the best.
I mean, we could do with a touch less running into death all the time, but yeah.
But then it
fun.
wouldn't be as good.
Well, that's part of the adventure, isn't it?
Yep.
NPCs wise, how about Zarek?
Oh, Zarek.
If he could be absolutely anywhere of his choosing, his most ideal
a-
place ever, where would that be?
Oh, let's see.
Oh boy.
That's a really good question. Where would? Oh, I mean, it's. Well, I think the most ideal place for me would be, right next to all of you in the same bed.
That's
would have to
flattering
be
and terrifying.
An awfully large bed, Zarek.
Oh no, you just get in one bed. I hover on top. It's fine.
Not sure if better or worse.
You can hover over me when I'm sleeping anytime, bro.
Okay.
You guys thought my answer was creepy.
Yeah, right?
I believe we refer to that as a dog pile.
I'd also like to hear, if you don't mind doing more than one NPC.
Yeah, no, sure.
I'd love to hear the Cogmaster's answer. Cogmaster Body Knock. Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, it's an easy one. Back at my laboratory at Greyhost, I got all my stuff. I got all my baubles and my machinery and things. I can play with my toys and my gears and my inventions, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, right on.
I hope we get
Cool.
to see more of that guy.
Sufficient? Ready to rock and roll?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Stuff planned. Stuff planned. Right on. So, the last time, to sort of recap a few things. After a harrowing experience recovering your friend Danilo, who was trapped in a sword created by Demogorgon himself, called the Soul Ripper. You went through the dwarven city of Magnumfeldur, where there's an uneasy alliance, or perhaps more easy alliance now, between Duergar and Dwarf, where they had some weird machinery that would help dig, that would all lock a dwarven person inside this bubble filled with like mucousy liquid. And then you also encountered a sphinx, getting to, what is it, I forgot my own thing. What was the
well?
The
well-
Forge of Souls?
Yes, thank you. The Forge of Souls. Thank you. Jeez. The Forge of Souls, yes. And after being passing the Sphinx's trials, you got put into the sword, where you rescued your friend Anolo from Sezik, the dragonborn cultist. Emerging out, Anolo puts his sword into the Forge of Souls, and it changes from the Soul Ripper to the Defender, the legendary blade itself. After a carousing night of the Shaper Shot standard, and you facing it off with some drunken dwarves and some fisticuffs and some drinking, you managed to get out of Magnum Feldur and realize that 2 years had passed while you were in the sort of the realm or the area of the Sphinx. Trying to find your airship was gone. You located it in the Markham Woods, which is a holy place, which has a weird fey magic, a fey entity to it. And landing, you encountered a woman named Siadra, who claimed to be the mother to Gaia. And she led you to a waterfall where the airship was being housed, but discovered your lost spectator friend Zarek, which she immediately tried to accost and basically obliterate in the waters below her. Having convinced her, you managed to buy yourself some time, reconnect with Zarek, then go hunt for your missing basilisk, which en route you did find in a sort of hedge pen faced off against some dryads. But you also did discover that from a well-timed spell from Alvin Allgood that Siadra is not all that she appears. So after rescuing your basilisk with some clever shenanigans and some hedge hopping and dimension dooring, and you find yourselves 500 feet away. The basilisk looking up, well, not looking up at you, looking down in deference, acknowledging that you are essentially his family, wagging his tail. And that's where we're going to pick up. Hold on, let me get the music.
Okay. What now?
Well, I think my blink dogs will probably keep those dryads busy for a little while, but I wouldn't recommend that we stay here.
Nope. But where do we go? Because I don't think Siadra is going to be really happy about this.
Back to the airship?
Will it
Airship
fly?
doesn't fly,
But...
but that is where Zarek is. And we can't leave him defenseless.
We gate
We
out
need
from there
those
to
gnome
someplace else?
bros.
Yeah.
Are we going to try and confront this person or no?
Siadra?
A goddess?
He's probably gonna come find us.
Let's talk about it as we walk back to the airship, or run back to the airship.
Okay.
So
I like
At
that
least a
second
swift
one.
jog.
So you guys start trucking through the woods,
Yeah.
branches, twig. You're not being too careful with your stealthiness.
Come on, Goggle,
but
go.
as you are running, though, you do see that the sprites and pixies and other fey creatures and entities kind of emerging. Fairy dragons with their butterfly wings are flapping around, like just trying to get a sense of what's going on. Like, and even as you're running by, you notice that there are several other beautiful elven-looking women, all clothed in leaves, just kind of like looking your direction. But you guys are just gone. So
I paused. How
yeah.
you doing? And I keep running.
Snow will finger guns as he
Alvin's
runs
like-
by.
Come on, Ander. Come on, Ander. not the time. Not the time.
Yeah.
Time and a
It's
place,
amazing. Right. So, you guys are heading back to the airship. Is that what you decided?
bud.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
So as you're coming back through the lower glades and down the hills, you see the river that leads off into the waterfall, and you tuck back behind the waterfall. The airship's there, along was Zarek on the other side near the airship. But there's three new bodies. So their backs are to you. They look like small people, and two of them look particularly small, almost like they're like little children. Like but they have a way of walking and holding themselves. You can recognize they're not babies, but they're not even toddlers, but they're just like little kids, but they're just very short. And so,
Oh, it's just asking if Zarek is here. Oh, we left him on the ship. That's right. We left him in a.
yeah.
Okay.
And you see him sort of up on the top of the bow, and he's looking around, and he sees you, and his eyes just like lights up a bit. And he goes, "Hey, look! It's!" And then as you turn around, you see Gimbal turns around, and he looks at you, and he goes, and he's like, "Hey, Zarek told me, oh man, can it be? Is it really you guys? Oh my god!" And he looks like just flabbergasted, and he's just like, "Guys!" And he looks down, and he kneels down. He goes, "These are the people I told you about. These are the adventurers." And these two kids look up at you, and they go, "Wow, you guys are legends."
Really?
Legends, you
of
say?
course.
That is Alvin's favorite thing to hear. So, what you're saying is, you've heard of me?
And then the little boy, who's got like overalls on with a light blue shirt. He's got little artificer's goggles on, curly red hair, curly brown hair. He runs up to you, goes, yeah, you're Alvin Allgood. I have heard of you.
Oh, that is just great. And what's gosh, June.
Ah, yes, tail whip returns.
Yeah, sorry. And what's your name?
Oh, my name's Tomrin, and then that's my sister Lorena. And Gimbal's back to he's like the proud dad face. He goes, guys, come on, don't get in their faces. Give them a little bit of space. Come on.
So
it's
Tomrin. And what was his sister's name?
Lorena.
Okay.
Lorena.
Tomrin, Lorena, would you like to see a trick? And I pull out my bag of tricks.
Okay. Yeah. They run over and they're like looking eagerly at but Dad, he's got magic. Oh man.
So I reach into it and I pull out a little fuzzy ball and I go, okay, watch real careful. And I toss it over a safe distance because I don't know what it's going to turn into. And I pull it and it transforms into a boar.
Oh my god! It's a pig!
Yeah. Do you want to ride it?
It looks over. Dad? Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, so I lift Gimbal's children up onto the back of the boar. And
Okay.
I tell the boar, just a couple laps around the cave, buddy. The kids are gonna love it.
I'm gonna have to make an animal handling check for the kids then.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be cute no matter
Alvin's
what.
the fun uncle.
I'm trying to keep myself. By the way, I'm trying to keep myself between the gnomes and the basilisk, so no one accidentally looks at it.
Okay. Good idea.
Good thinking.
Oh, you poor kids.
Oh no.
Oh no, really?
So the boar cart starts bounding around. The kids have not much experience riding anything. They're just kind of like whee. The next thing they hits the boar bucks. They go they get launched off and woo. You see them kind of like cartwheel through the air and they land.
Is it too much to ask to try and use my reaction to catch them?
You could we could try this. Make an acrobatics check or athletics, whatever's higher.
Sure.
Soot runs off at this point. and just
Acrobatics. Then.
tries not to watch. Tries to cover his mouth and just look away from the kids so that nobody else sees him
19.
laughing.
Okay. 19. Wow. Okay, I put the DC pretty high, and that was what I was thinking. So, yeah, good for you. So you managed
better
to
tonight than I was last night.
and you kind of do this. You slide down your knees. You grab both of them before they hit the ground.
Okay, and I just kind of like look over at Gimbal a little guiltily, and I just sort of like, Okay, well that's probably enough of that for today.
Well, he's like, well, it's. I've seen worse. I mean, you lost an arm, and then I saw a unicorn put it back on. So.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you'll get that.
Yeah, but yeah. So guys, where have you been for 2 years?
We could tell you that on the airship, especially if we get the airship going.
Oh yeah. I've given this a lot of thought. I just haven't really had much of a reason to, because home is this kind of way of having fun. But
Oh no, I totally get that, Gimbal. The goddess of the woods though might be slightly mad at us right now. So if we could just get everyone out of here, that would be great.
You made Siedra mad.
Well,
there's a bit of a story there.
Yeah.
She
made us mad first.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but
this is well, it's not good. I want to help problem solve this because I think there's a solution. I got to tell you about Dad first. Dad isn't the same anymore. He had to. And he was just looking out for you guys. He loved the airship. He loved working on it, despite its circumstances, and he loved the adventure. And when you guys were gone, and we managed to escape the Sky Pirates, and we needed a safe place to put this thing. We couldn't really find a place that was covered without making some compromises, and so Siedra collects people's talents, and Dad gave up his in exchange for protecting the airship.
What does that mean?
Dad can't do magic, and he can't make anything anymore.
Well, is it reversible? I mean, can he get it back? Maybe I'm asking the wrong person, I suppose.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about. I don't know about all the details. I just know what he did.
I don't like that woman.
But so if we're looking to making a bargain, we could, we could bargain with her.
She doesn't
Tucker.
sound like somebody
Tyrrell.
that we should bargain with, though.
Can I roll religion?
Microphone.
My bad, I was eating chips. Could I roll religion to see if that's normal behavior for Siadra?
Sure, if you want.
Nine plus 7, 16.
Your expertise doesn't really extend to much of the Fey Dominion, and it's sort of inhabitants, being that you are mostly devils and Tyr and good aligned things. So this seems like a devilish bargain to you, but without other information, it really is difficult to jump to that conclusion.
Alvin, do you know the Siadra's works very well? How close is she to your patron?
I'm not really very versed in many religions. I'm no expert. I suppose I could think about it.
Can I make a history check?
So listen, I took the Oath of the Ancients, which is all about the Fae, and I also did a bit of insighting on Siadra, and I don't think she's doing things up to code, so to speak.
I was going to say, the only thing I do know about Siadra is what is what Sylvanas told me, is that she is not what she seems.
Oh, what was that, Ander? For
I got
history?
a 17, trying to
17?
remember stories about Siadra.
Okay. I guess the only thing that you would recall is overhearing snippets of conversation back in the Feywild. That you remember hearing her name uttered in the hallways there. But, so as Gimbal looks around, he goes, well, I can still try and fix this thing, and I think there's probably a way to do it. It would be easier if I had Dad, but but my specialty is not his. Hey, he was more the firearms guy. He was explosions and cannons and fireworks and anything that would explode. He loved it. He had plans for the airship like you would not believe. But me, I'm more of a shields and kind of other mechanical engineering person. I do know that there is a particular snail in the woods here that we could, if we can harvest some eye stalks from it, we could use that to sort of patch the gems together, and I can get this thing going. Or if you
What about the?
if you got more.
Sounds like my sort of thing. Could you describe the snail to me, Gimbal?
Yeah. It's this really incredible thing. It's called the devil snail. Well, that's our colloquial name for it because it's got these two huge, horns on it in addition to all the eye stalks. But it is
fascinating.
And it's this oversized, like very large snail with this pearlescent kind of shell to it, and it's got 6 eye stalks, and it has this elemental connection. So it sometimes reflects magic, sometimes it absorbs it. It's a really fascinating thing that we haven't been able to really get a lot of studying on because it's so tricky to, kind of pin. And it's big. It's big and it's strong. So we don't really go near it. But it's pretty awesome.
When you say
That
big,
sounds
like how big?
magnificent.
Like how big are we talking?
Oh, it's easily, probably 10 of you, probably 10 of me. It's large.
It's a
A scale
big
of
snail.
snow to a Nolo.
Oh, I'd say a couple of Nolos.
Whoa. That's
Is
a
it an evil
big
snail?
I don't. It's a snail. It's one of the creatures of the forest. I don't know if it is evil or good. It's just kind of doing its snaily thing. It's kind of, I'm gonna have a house. I'm gonna go make slime over here. He's just doing his thing.
But Alvin, bro, you have that thing that can regrow bits, right?
Yes, it is a powerful magic.
What if we
And-
ask the snail for its stuff and offer to regrow it as a trade of some sort? Maybe we'll give him some tasty other things too in payment. Do you think you can reason with a giant snail?
It's possible, I suppose, if it's the type of animal that I can speak with. I mean, after all, as we've realized just recently, I can't speak with everything. It must be a beast. For instance, I can't talk with Mr. Bricks. He's not the right type of animal. Also, another wrinkle in that plan, though it is a good idea, is I do not presently have the regeneration spell prepared. I would need a long rest and to spend some time in meditation to adjust what magics I have at the ready, as it were.
Well, that's an option.
Sweet.
Can you do the mods that were going to be done on the airship, like the ones for going to the underwater unicorn?
Well, yeah, like I said, if I had dad, it would be easier. But I'm pretty confident I can do that. I can't retrofit the airship to have like wand cannons like dad wanted, but um, defensive things I could probably help you out with, or utility things, yeah. Um,
Brad is going to see what he can do to help your father. Brad would gladly trade one of his many skills for your father's.
I too
Siadra will do it.
will help and be willing to trade one of Brad's many skills.
I'd be more
Sweet.
willing to speak with Siadra to see why it's in her prerogative to take anything from these people.
Actually, Anolo, did you do the sniff thing to her?
Yeah. So I did like an insight thing.
yeah.
And like I said, she's definitely not. She's not like other goddesses. She's not playing by the rules. She's doing her own thing, and I think it's disrupting some kind of balance. I'd like to go ask her. Maybe we just get it back for Cogmaster and deal with her being mean. Where is Cogmaster?
Well, I guess I actually jostled my speaker. Is there still a sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
hear
a-
any music either.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry.
It stopped for a second, so like maybe it was. I don't.
I think you might have muted the mic. But
Is that
yeah.
better?
Nope.
No, is it too close to the fans or something?
I don't think so. I just because of
Oh,
He keeps bumping
We
it.
lost all audio.
Yep, you're completely muted
No
now.
audio at all now. Yay!
We made it worse.
We're breaking things.
Yay for technical difficulties.
I am running a noise filter on the stream on the audio from Discord, so it may be not noticeable from the stream so much. Nothing. You're
No,
completely
you're
silent.
still muted for us. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I shouldn't say anything. It
Uh-oh.
wasn't that bad.
Oh, we don't hear Matt. Nope. We don't hear you. Good. Double check that you've got if it unplugged even for like a second, Discord might have swapped to a different source. So double check in your settings that it's pulling from the right microphone. Also, I also noticed the message that said I'm quiet. Am I still quiet? There's not much I can do to
Wait.
adjust my settings.
You're fine now.
hello.
there's
I hear you.
Okay, there you
Am
go.
I back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry.
The background sound is also back, but we will
Oh.
live with
Yeah,
that.
just deal with it. Yeah, it's fine.
pretty slight, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't notice it was gone until it was gone for a moment. I'm like, oh, it's much nicer now, and now it's back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like a slight white noise thing.
It
It's
sounds
really
kind of like
not.
a river running.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can cancel it out on the stream.
Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to just adjust things, and I shouldn't have messed with anything because it was fine. I apologize.
That's all
Anyway.
right. Did you hear about
so
the disaster I had last Thursday?
No.
Oh man, I was just trying to play some music for the stream, but I didn't have any particular setup, so I was just playing it off of a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh.
And the way we had to do it to get the mic to pick it up created some kind of, we think, weird feedback loop, and it just made this atrocious sound, apparently, for everyone. It was quite painful.
Yeah, it was
Sorry to hear
like
that.
electronic souls screaming into the void. It
Yeah.
was pretty bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's evocative. I like it.
All of that because I wanted to have a little ambiance.
It would have been cool.
Would have been cool.
Okay. So anyway, you guys asked for the Cogmaster. The Cogmaster.
That's right. Where's your
Gimmel-
dad?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dad. Dad's back home in Greyhost. He's hanging out with Mom, and he still reads a lot. He does a lot of sitting too. Taking up gardening. Never saw him as a gardener. It's weird.
Has he tried making things anymore, even though his talent got taken?
That's the thing. Is like he doesn't have an interest in it anymore. It's just like whatever passion and exuberance that he had for it is just gone. Now he wants to grow tomatoes.
Can I
Oh,
can I roll religion to see what deity takes talents from others?
Sure.
Or like, yeah, okay. I got an 18.
As far as you know, that the only thing remotely close to this would be sometimes devils make bargains for other things, or genies and jinns. They find stuff fascinating, or they want to collect it, or they want to take it. Or devils, they in exchange for a soul, or they will, or take a talent in exchange for help or other things. Most of the good deities aren't really interested in this kind of thing. Even some of the trickster deities haven't been known to do this kind of stuff.
Right, so I'm definitely on the side of finding Siadra and asking her some seriously heated questions.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Who else is with me other than the crazy little cat that I love so much?
Let's go talk to the scary lady.
I
Honestly?
too will sacrifice some of Brad's talents.
I will not sacrifice any of our talents. In fact, we're going to get our friend's talents back. This person she's not a goddess, she's a devil of sorts. She's a leech.
Do you
She's not
think so?
special. I know. What I know is that there's no god, even the trickster gods, that would like to be doing stuff like this. This is a devil's pact. This is something that the wrong kinds of creatures do. I don't want to look. I don't want to just start cutting snails' antenna off. That's just wrong right from the go. But if that's our last option, then maybe we got to do it. But right now, maybe we could just go knock some sense into Siadra and make a day of it.
Gimble kind of chimes in. He goes, "Well, if you mean, I'm not saying kill the poor thing, but if I had more stalks and maybe the shell, we could do some fun stuff to the airship. But that's up to you guys."
It'd be pretty cool, right? But I mean, imagine if somebody said, "Hey, Enola, go cut off Gimble's legs because we could use them for like other people's legs." It wouldn't be very nice to you.
But it'd be really funny.
It wouldn't be very nice.
Oh my god, that's one of the best Enolisms I've ever heard.
That was a really good one.
That was really
That
good.
was
Cut
a
off
really
one of
good
your
one.
legs so somebody else could use it as a leg.
I mean, the sad part is, technically, with our power, we could technically help him walk it off.
Keep
Who invited
going,
you?
buddy? Keep coming. You don't listen to anybody.
Who said that you could speak?
I vote for it.
Oh god.
Okay.
Alright.
Siadra, take that power now. Do it. We don't
No.
want anything in return.
Okay, so what's the game plan?
I'll give my option. I think we go to Siadra.
But dear Nolo, friend Enolo, for whom we've journeyed a far distance from, this woods is all under her power. She'll have all of these little minions running around who could fight us. And some of them may not be evil, but they may be encircled in her power. And we might be forced to hurt good people.
But what if it's one of the talents she took from somebody and gave her the power to create all these woodland creatures? You choke her and she's
Also-
dead.
We've only seen those powers happen like really close to her, so like maybe she's lying. Maybe she doesn't have that much power. Like maybe it's just a show, like the kind you do sometimes for girls.
Bruh.
I can't remember like the right word.
Inspiration number 2.
Yeah, anyway.
Also, I think it's a bit
Thank you, Alvin.
premature to completely dismiss out of hand that we might need to harvest some parts from a snail.
Right. But it's pretty mean.
Yeah, the legs point, I think, was valid.
Thank you.
I mean, when you put it that way, it's yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, Brad asked you if you have some kind of thing that grows back, but do snails just grow things back like starfish and lizards?
I guess so. I mean, I'm not a snail expert. It's not my forte. But I think they do.
What about you, Elvin? Do you know if they grow them back?
Well, I suppose I'm. Let me think about that for a moment. What was a nature check or?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, because I don't want to just make a statement without. Okay, 13.
Yeah. Your knowledge would extend to this. Those the eye stalks do grow back.
Oh, okay.
Though you're more familiar with the flail snail variety and not necessarily the devil snail.
Okay. Well, I'm more familiar with what's commonly referred to as a flail snail, and not so much these devil snails per se. But the eye stalks do grow back, so it's not like any permanent damage would occur.
Apparently, it's a real thing.
Like, what's a snail's favorite food? Maybe we can, like, bribe it. Or at least, feel better about it by giving it some after.
Well, we have some of those fruits that the little fairy dragon thing told us everything likes to eat around here.
Oh, like we can get them drunk and then take their eye stalks.
We could get the snail drunk.
Yes. Brad grabs a couple, throws them in his sack.
Alvin looks at Brad like, you know what, Brad? I don't always take you seriously, but, that's a decent idea.
How about this for a plan, friends? We get what we need for the airship, and perhaps Gimbal, after returning his children to safety, can get to work on getting the airship at least mobile again, should we need an escape. Then we confront Siadra about what's going on here.
That's good. That's good with me.
Yeah.
Sounds
we should
fair.
tend to the ship first. I agree. Good thinking, Ander.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll get the kids home, and while you guys are getting the snail parts, and then I'll meet you back here. Does that work?
Where's the rest of the crew, Gimbal?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're back in Greyhouse, except for, Sergey. Yeah, Sergey's gone. He took off. He hung in for a while, hang out with Dad. But once Dad traded his talent, Sergey kind of took off and didn't find him as interesting anymore. The others, the other gnomes, Slim got slim. He actually lost a lot of weight, and
Good for Slim.
and the others, they're just hanging out with their family. But I'll speak for myself, but I think I know their minds too. Is we all miss it. We miss crossing the country. We miss going on adventures and being part of your crew and solving these crazy problems and fighting off big bad things. I mean, none of us had experienced really much in our lives until that, and you guys opened up our worlds quite a bit, and I know we all miss that.
It's dangerous, though. What about
Yeah.
families?
Yeah. Well, I guess you have to put your faith in others at some point.
Gimbal, when you go and take your kids home into safety, why don't you try to rally up some of the troops that are willing to come back and sail with us once again?
I'll do what I can.
Very good.
Good man, Gimbal. Well, Lorena, Tomrin, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. So, okay, so they start to pack it up, and he's like, okay, guys, wave to Zarek. Like, go bye, Zarek! And you see Zarek just like flailing his little eyeballs, saying goodbye from the bow of the ship. And he's like, goodbye, little gnomelings, goodbye. And he's just doing Zarek things.
Just Eric things.
Yeah. And so Gimbal starts to take off, and you see him disappear behind the waterfall line out through the rest of the Markham Woods. And you are there with Zarek in the airship. You have some time to prepare, I suppose.
Okay, so finding a snail. I imagine, Alvin, you can help us with that?
Well, I mean, if nothing else, we ought to be able to track them by their slime. But I might be able to point us in the right direction. Well, when we were looking for a Nolo, I used my locate creature spell, and though I am not as familiar with these snails as I am with a Nolo, I am at least moderately familiar with them, at least by Gimbal's description. The spell may work.
I mean, at least it's huge, so we won't miss it.
Is there like a really big garden around here?
Well,
Who you at?
my thought is that we should try to find them out by mundane tracking means at first, and if that doesn't get us anywhere, then I will try the spell.
Okay.
Does that sound sensible?
Sure.
Brad is going to try to climb the nearest tree to get a higher vantage point.
Are we
See if
gonna
he sees any big snails.
leave the basilisk here? Can we?
For safety reasons, yes, I think Mr. Brick should probably stay in the cave for now. We just got him back. It would be perhaps risky to be flaunting him about the woods.
Does he know not to stare at Zarek either?
Might not work.
Zarek was with us before.
Okay.
We've always treated Zarek as a friend, so I would say that Mr. Bricks would continue to treat him as such.
Okay.
Zarek, we're gonna leave Mr. Bricks with you. He's perhaps a little bit larger than you remember, but we got him back.
Oh, okay. He just looks a little. Can we perhaps put some blinders on him, or stick him in a closet?
He is a spectator. He has an awful lot of eyes.
That is a good point. Yeah, we could cover Mr. Bricks's eyes for safety. We wouldn't want to have any mishaps.
Maybe at
Thank
some
you.
point we talk to the gnomes and get some sort of lens built so that it can control Brick's vision.
Like Cyclops?
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
It would be pretty sweet. Well, for now,
It's not one to trigger.
Alvin's probably just gonna try and pull out like a strip of leather or something and just kind of blindfold Mr. Bricks.
Okay, I just need
Gently,
you to make
so
a quick animal handling check real quick.
no problem.
And we have a stone druid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to roll pretty bad. I got a 19.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of gingerly wrap it around. He kind of recoils a little bit, and he's unsure what you're gonna do, but trusting you and you wrap it around. You kind of guide him around, even though he's now blind.
Right. Now, Mr. Bricks, I know you can't understand me, but this is just temporary. It won't be forever.
Kind of.
I reach into my bag and pull out like a little strip of jerky to feed him. That's a good Mr. Bricks. We'll be back soon.
Okay. So you stick him up into the ship. Zarek watches him, stays, keeps a healthy distance kind of behind him. Away. He's like, okay, yeah, he's bigger. Yeah. I will make him some stone carrots or something. Maybe he'll like that.
Soup.
Stone soup?
Some stone soup.
No, stone carrots. Stone soup is not a thing.
Well, you're the one generating the foods, Eric, so we'll leave it to you.
Okay. Right on. So you guys get the basilisk below deck. Zarek is comfortable moving, floating around. Is like, you are leaving again? You're always leaving.
So we want him to go with us this time?
Ah,
I mean, it's not really fair that we do keep leaving him like that.
there's no reason we couldn't bring Zarek along.
Well, like, there are, like, sort of reasons, because, we do know that there's, like, a goddess that sort of hates that he exists, sort of, kinda.
And
Like,
the cultists.
Yeah.
But I hate that goddess exists.
Well, what if he, like, attracts her to what we're doing before we're, like, ready?
I know.
And Gimbal said that the snail does repel or absorb or something with magic.
Like, Zarek, bro, we will totally go on adventures later. Your adventuring had just began when we, like, disappeared like that on you, bro. But so far, every time I've left, I've come back, bro. And I intend to keep doing that.
And we can leave third tier here with them for company.
That is... Thurkir is here. Yes, the giant lizard man does not frighten me at all.
You know what? After that, try these. And I'm going to take out a couple of those fruits from the backpack. This might take off the edge when anything's around.
Oh, you found new delicacies for me?
Totally.
Yeah. Try them.
Yes.
Yeah, you see his
They're,
tongue kind of wrap around one of the fruits. And you're kind of getting Zarek slobber and saliva all over your hand. He pulls it out. Messily, sloppily eats it. And you see, like, as he's gnashing it with his teeth, like, juices just flying out all over the place. And you see bits of the pulp just kind of, grind up in his teeth. He's like, that is interesting. It tastes like sawdust. Is this what you want to eat? Would you like more? I could probably reproduce this.
Well, maybe not the taste, but do you feel any different?
Not yet. Why? Should I? Should I feel something? I should feel something, right?
I think so.
Well, the fruit sat on the ground for some time, and it had a chance to ferment somewhat. We've noticed while eating them that sometimes it gives us a slight intoxication, a nice warm feeling, as it were.
So suddenly you're seeing Zarek just kind of totally invert. He's like, I'm not feeling anything yet, but you see him flipping all the way upside down.
Oh God, we gave him lean.
Give it time, Zarek. Try not to eat too many.
Hey! Why is it? You're all upside. Why are you guys on the sea? And what's going on? And You're like, oh my god, I'm upside down. Oh no.
I can't lean.
It's best
It is
just
like
to let it go,
You
Zarek.
see, like his little eye stalks trying to grab towards the ground. Like he's just hovering around. That's kind of just rotating some more, coming back around. He's like, what was that? For a moment, I felt like I was going back to the far realm.
Oh,
What did you
That's called carousing.
carousing?
Yep.
This
You
is
do
what
that, and then you have fun.
you talk about this. This is what you do. You eat fruit and turn upside down.
In a manner of words, yeah. I mean, but I don't because I'm so big and I weigh so much, right? You just float, so sometimes you just do that. Me, my head feels like I do it, but no, not really.
Oh, does your head detach and I don't know it?
I think sometimes it does.
Oh.
Nolo, bro, like, no, don't confuse Eric like that. Heads on people do not detach.
It feels
Oh.
like it sometimes.
Okay.
Usually, if the head comes off, they're dead. Like, it's important to maintain a line of, like, what is safe and what is, like, not safe when you're going far out, right? Like, this is reality. Heads stay on, bro. Heads stay on.
Oh.
Maybe,
Generally speaking, as a rule.
maybe don't eat more of that fruit until we're back, so that you have. We'll teach you to have a better trip with it. How about that? Let's put it that way.
A better trip. Okay, I think I'm understanding your lingo. So even though I float, I'm tripping.
Well, you are kind of a ball.
More like a better time with it. Like, you know how some people go to the trip to like the nice hot peaks of the mountains, like myself. It's like a trip.
A voyage, a quest, a vacation.
Hey,
So
guys,
to
that
speak.
smells
Now
like
you're
you're
getting
younger.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so as you guys gotta wrap up, you get confused and inebriated Zarek. You get him back towards the on the ship with the basilisk. What could go wrong?
That's one of our phrases.
And you guys head out to find this devil snail and harvest some of its eye stalks. As you emerge from the waterfall, the ever twilight nature of this forest is still around you. You see little wisps and motes of glowing energy. Your eyes are more attuned because you've been here for a little bit to the quick flutterings and dashes of birds and or lizards or toads or moths and things that are flying around. Streaks of twilight moonbeams are piercing the sort of thicket above you. So, if you guys, who is going to start to do the tracking?
I'm probably the best suited for it.
Okay, I need you to make a survival check.
Sure thing. 16.
Okay. So based upon just sort of your awareness of the geography and what you've seen in the woods so far, you give us, like you head west for a little while, kind of northwest it, and sort of pick up some tracks here and there. Are you guys going to move stealthily, or how do you plan to move through the woods?
Stealth might be best in case Siedra's trying to track us down, or any of her cult friends there.
Plus, as I understand it from hanging out with Third Cure, if you're hunting, you probably want to be pretty quiet.
I think that makes
Okay.
the most sense, yeah.
True.
Right on. So everyone make stealth checks for me. And Nola with disadvantage because you're in plate armor, right?
Woo!
Ew.
My bed's still
So-
pretty good.
I rolled a nat 20, but then I rolled an 18. So 19 total.
Okay.
Not bad.
16 on snow.
Looks like I
Okay.
got an 11.
16.
Hey.
That's as bad as I can roll without
Twenty-
automatic failure.
Yeah.
It's a 2 plus 15.
My God.
Yeah, I'm just doing my levitate and like, kind of like,
Yeah.
hold on to somebody's shirt. So I'm just kind of like
Okay.
quietly floating
Cool.
along.
Yeah. So as you guys start to make your way through the woods, you're going up mostly an incline, and the woods are still quite alive with a lot of different animals and entities and things floating around. The woods sort of also gotten used to your presence and given a sort of temporary grace of Seadra before the basilisk stuff, before things have changed. The woods have grown more accustomed to you and more calm around you. So you see more chirps and chirrups, more toad croaking noises, the buzz of either flies or moths or dragonflies. So the world is sort of alive around you. As you're going up this sort of the embankment, you're moving pretty stealthily. Even though the woods are alive, they seem distracted, seem preoccupied with other things, perhaps. I need you to make another stealth check for me.
I can roll the natural 1.
Hmm.
Same as last time, actually.
15
I,
this time.
16 total.
I did not
7.
roll great. I think I'm gonna mug it.
Yeah, Andrew, you still have mugs and inspiration.
All right, I guess I'll mug it.
Yeah. All right. So cheers. I'm mugging it too.
Got a 25.
Roll better. Roll
Okay.
better.
That is a 23.
I
Okey-dokey.
rolled the same. That's just a great use of a mug. So it's going to be a 7. Oop. Sorry, I typed
77. That's
77 in the
amazing.
chat. Yeah, it's a 70. No, just 1 7. That was
Okay.
a typo.
Okay, so as you guys are coming down the embankment, well, actually, you get to the top. Let me back up. You get to the top of this embankment. You look down, and below you is like a vast plain. Well, not a like a bog kind of area, not a plain. Use your words. Where it's almost viscous. It almost looks like a tar pit kind of thing, where thick black sludgy water kind of bubbles up. There are a set of bones in the center of it. It's an enormous set of bones, and there are mounds of dirt, other bones scattered throughout this kind of tar pit like area. And the stealth check with Alvin and Brad, as you're coming down, you kind of slip and you start to take a tumble and you start to fall a little bit. If anybody wants to make reactions to grab them, we can do that.
I'll do that.
Okay, Andrew and Tyrell. Athletics or acrobatics, whatever's higher.
God.
26.
I rolled a 1. I rolled
Awesome.
a 1.
Beautiful.
Can I roll? Not really roll, but instead of going for a grab, can I cast Gust to try and blow them back towards us?
Not with your reaction.
Okay.
Okay, so Andrew, what would you have?
26.
And who are you trying to grab? Alvin or Brad?
Alvin.
Okay, so as you reach out, you manage to grab hold of Alvin's, back of his scale mail. He's like, oh, okay.
Oh, Andrew, thank you. I must have slipped.
Yeah. So, but as Brad kind of slips and starts to take a tumble, Tyrell reaches out, and he too tumbles after him. And so you see these two sort of spinning and rolling down the hill towards the tar pits. Tyrael and Brad, I need you guys to make acrobatics or athletics check, whatever's higher.
Oh God! Hope I don't landed that.
As
nice.
you wish.
Ah, the Princess Bride.
I got a 19 plus 1, 30, 20.
Okay.
17 for Brad.
Okay. So, Brad, as you're rolling, you manage to stick your hand out and grab a hold of a tree root, and you kind of swing around, sliding, and the dirt kind of peels off down below you. Tyrael, you manage to, as you're rolling, your monk training kicks in, and you kind of just when your feet roll over, you stand up, dig your heels in, you kind of stand and kind of slide down a little bit till you come to a stop.
Dude.
Well, I think it is fair to say that if there are things around, they are noticing you. The forest has gotten a little quiet. You notice that sound has disappeared.
Kind of
But, go ahead, Sid.
I was just going to ask if I could look around.
Sure,
See
make
if I
some
see
check.
anything suspicious.
Don't be
Snow's going to help.
Oh, okay.
Advantage on that roll.
Oh, that did help. 23.
23, okay. You are seeing dragonflies take more of a keen interest in you, as well as some sprites that seem to have flying around in some of the trees. Beyond that, there's not much else around that you have noticed, but you notice that they are watching you intently, and the sprites particularly look like they're trying to congregate, kind of whisper, and start to perhaps report back.
Can I try to catch and eat a dragonfly while I
Sure.
tell these guys that it seems like there's a lot of these around?
Yeah, go for it. Make an attack roll.
Well, I never do that. And I don't know what that would be. Okay, attack roll, actions, unarmed strike,
attack?
plus 4. So an 8.
An 8. So as you're kind of like with your little cat paws going, kind of trying to grab at it, the dragonfly's just dancing around. It gets up, gets like real close to your face, kind of just has this angry buzz, and goes just disappears off behind you.
I'm hungry too. Oh.
How close to the water are they?
They are not terribly close. They're probably 60 feet.
Okay.
Are they still in a group?
You guys are kind of up here, and Tyrael and Brad have kind of rolled down the hill a bit.
No, but the bugs.
Oh yeah. They're still kind of they're doing their buggy collective cloud thing.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna try to cast sleep on them.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. And that is... Oh, not very good. What? Oh, 18. Blech.
Total? Or is that 18
Yeah.
hit dice? 18
It's
hit
five.
points?
It's 5d8. I roll 5d8.
Okay. So the cloud of insects just kind of goes and falls down, careening down, and you see them plop, 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 plop all into the tar below.
Ooh. Whoops. I did not necessarily want to kill them, but
Oh my gosh.
they are bugs. I guess I won't feel too bad.
The sprites.
Sometimes these things happen. Try not to feel too bad about it.
Yeah, I mean they're bugs, but oops.
Yeah. The world's a cruel place.
That's your advice?
If they were regular bugs, I don't know I'd care, but they're like they seem sentient, so I feel a little bad.
So the
Oh, what a world! What a world!
Oh boy.
But the sprites they notice, and the sprites have kind of they are making a mad dash to leave this area pronto. So, and so you guys, it's normally you have to choose how to get across of this kind of expansive tar pit thing. As you get closer down to the sort of lakeside of it, you notice that there's that huge pile of bones is in the center, and there's bones scattered throughout of it. It is easily a mile long, and let's see, deep. It's going to be 800 feet deep, at least. It's pretty substantial. What do you do?
Who wants to fly?
I'm already floating.
Already flying.
Okay.
I could use a lift.
But
You can use the lift.
I do want to try casting Shape Water to freeze a 5-foot cube of this stuff, just to make sure it's actually water. See, it says you freeze the water provided there are no creatures in it. The water unfreezes in an hour. If you cast the spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects at a time. You can dismiss such an effect as an action.
Okay.
Choose an area of water that you can see within range, which is 30 feet, and fits within a 5-foot cube.
Okay. As you sort of cast it and you try to freeze it, like cold energy coming out from your little claws, it's not freezing. It's not water.
Whoa.
Basically, just a lot of mud kind of a deal, probably.
Well, you can try it and find out.
You know what I can do?
Brad can mold earth. Brad will mold earth. Brad's gonna see if he can make the black sludge move with mold earth.
And stay,
Okay.
Just move a chunk of it up out of the black goop part.
Okay, so it's kind of like this weird, sickening slurping sound, like, and kind of you lift up this kind of sludgy aspect and kind of like a shovel toss it out of the way, but then the rest of it kind of congeals and fills up the space where you removed it.
This is like gross ground, guys.
yeah,
It's
we
not-
shouldn't touch any part of this.
I think Andrew raised a good point. If we could fly above it, it would be the easiest way to avoid it, right?
Yeah, plus the easiest way across. And fastest.
Well, Snow, we don't all have wings like you do, but you know how fond I am of conjuring things. I could conjure some fairies up, and they could sprinkle some of their dust on us, and we could all fly.
This isn't Peter Pan.
I am actually not joking. I've looked this up. I can conjure woodland beings, and I can get pixies, and they have a once-a-day ability to cast the spell fly.
Take us to Neverland.
Can't Andrew do
The-
that too?
The pixie dust thing was just a descriptive way
No,
of
he doesn't.
describing it, but
Can Andrew give up pixie dust? Is that what you asked?
No, I'm saying.
So
Yeah.
I'm joking. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, that's what I'd like to do. I think the easiest way to avoid this stuff is to not be anywhere near it.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try your pixie dust, okay. Well, I'm not going to fly right over the tar pit first. I'm going to fly away from it and make sure the damn thing works.
All right, so I cast Conjure Woodland Beings, and yeah. Let me just make sure pixies are at the right CR. I just need to see how many of them I can conjure at one time.
Everyone else make perception checks.
10.
Okay.
19.
13.
Okay.
Oh, should I be rolling the
16.
perception check too? Sorry.
16.
4.
Matt, should I be rolling the perception check too?
Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
25.
Tyrell's too fascinated with other things and just looking around, checking out the tar and the trees and the other stuff. Let's see. So then we have. It'll be. Yep. Soot, along with Anolo and Alvin Allgood. You guys are looking around, and you're after taking more of a closer look. Excuse me. Two things. You all see that the sort of mounds of earth are more like stone structures, and you notice that there's this interesting moss on them, but under that there's more of like a carved shaped stone, and these are periodically stretched throughout the entire length of this tar pit. They're roughly spaced 25 feet apart, so like every 25 feet there's an obelisk and another one all the way down, and there's bones are scattered in between and around, and so you see like what's left of a claw stuck into moss, and just bone just hung down into the tar pit. And then Alvin, off on the other side, there's an upward slope from this valley. You're seeing a rustling, through the trees that's heading away towards the west, and a thin trail of slime either on the ground or on the trees. It has like this kind of almost rainbow color to it.
Okay. My quarry appears to be nearby. All right, everybody. Let's mount up. And pixies are a challenge rating of 1/4, so I am able to conjure 8 of them. So anyone who wants to fly can.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I thought I'll fly faster with cast on me, so.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
I mean, for
so
10
much
minutes, so yeah.
Before Brad says yes to that, he would like to try using that mold earth to stand on a little bit of this black goo.
Here we go.
What do you mean?
Like if you were like to I wanna make it so that the part under my feet is solid and I can stand on it instead of sinking into it. Using mold earth.
You can try. I don't think it's going to work that way.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling we're going to be pulling Brad out of this in a minute?
What's the language on mold earth?
Oh, sure. Hold on. That is under what tab in my Brad stuff? Here we go. That is, I think, under mobility, actually. No, it's not. Shoot. What the heck is it? Is it? It's not a heal. Is it a reaction? No.
It's
oh
a
no!
spell.
Brad's
You
book
choose a portion of dirt or stone
There it
that you
is.
can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube, and you manipulate it in one of the following ways. You can target an area of loose earth and instantaneously excavate it. I believe that's what you did before.
The third one, I think, is the one she wants.
The dirt or stone you target is on the ground. You can cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can cause the ground to become normal terrain if it's already difficult terrain. Nope.
Yeah.
You can cause
like
shapes and
normal
colors to
terrain.
appear in the dirt and
I
spell
wanna
out
make
words.
it normal terrain, kind of, or move it in an upward motion with enough force to keep me afloat.
You can excavate it and deposit
Constantly
it.
moving up, like a ping pong ball on a hose, you know.
It says excavate and
Brad's the
deposit.
ping pong ball.
Yeah, and go for it.
Just a small bit, just a little bit. I like move since I could move it. I'm gonna take some of the oozy stuff that I moved out and just see what I can do with that puddle of it.
Okay. So as you're casting mold earth on this little section of it, and how big of a section are we talking here? Like a 5-foot section, or?
Like I'm gonna mold earth a 10-foot section, so it's a little deep. Like so I'll be able to tell if my feet are sinking into it or not. So it's like decent sized puddle.
Snow can help you somewhat with that, because I have mold earth as well.
Okay.
So, if you want to explain how you want this to go to Snow Hill.
Well, let's see if it works with just me first, and then I can see if
Okay.
maybe both of us trying to mold the same chunk can make people float. Just in case everything goes horribly wrong.
Okay. So as you cast mold earth, kind of freezing this tar a little bit, and you stand on it, and it's very rubbery. It's almost like flubberish, and you start to. Well, you want to raise yourself up? Is that, if I'm understanding correctly?
I just want to be able to stand on it without
just
sinking
stand on it?
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you stand at it for a second, and then it suddenly starts to go back to the way it was after it kind of the spell lapses, or it's not sticking as well as you'd hoped it would, and you start to sink into the tar.
All right, I'll cast mold earth again a couple times to get out of it and be like,
Okay.
good enough. All right, Alvin, pixie me, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Let's not fall into this tar pit because I'm pretty sure we'll just drown. It'd be like really bad.
Alvin looks at the bones and skulls that are floating in the tar. Like, yeah, Brad, I think it would probably be bad.
Oh, and you guys also notice that well, it's actually once you get closer, I'll let you know. Okay, so you cast.
Okay.
What are the pixies? So
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay. So a pixie
yeah,
flies
so
down to each of you. They kind of flap their wings, then you feel like this pixie dust settle on you, and suddenly you feel, yeah, much.
Yeah, and you sneeze yourself up into the air.
Whoosh! Yeah, right. Whoa! Ah!
And whoa, that was
Yeah.
dramatic.
That was dramatic.
The only one.
And according to the fly spell, you have a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration, which is 10 minutes, as long as the pixie is able to maintain concentration on this spell.
Maybe. Is that
I'd like
far
to
enough
ask-
to go a mile?
Once they cast it, I ask the pixies to turn themselves invisible.
Whoa! I want to ask my pixie what's its name. But if it's invisible, it's too late.
You hear this
Not
little
Can't
voice.
hear
audible.
invisible things.
Yeah. My name's Jezebel.
Hello, Jezebel. I'd really like if you could give me some extra pixie dust so I could get there first.
Suddenly, you feel like this little dust get right up in your face. It's all up in your eyebrows and stuff.
Great. That's what I was looking for. Jezebel, you're so nice. Well, see, you can hold my hand if you want. We can fly there together.
No, not a
Oh, my
chance, big guy.
Okay, I thought I'd offer.
Okay.
And then I just onward and I fly forward.
So as you guys all lift off and fly over these tar pits, as you get closer to the bones, especially the mammoth bone, like the large pile of bones, I mean, you recognize that these bones are just large. I mean, they're long, they're wide, they're very wide around, and you notice that they're all carved with some strange runes, almost like a language, or there's part of a ritual there. Are you going to stop, or you keep going?
Oh yeah, I want to see what that is.
How,
Yeah, I think we're
how
probably.
much farther do we have? Because if the spell's only 10 minutes.
Well, okay, so the bones are halfway through. So it took you 400 feet to get here. However, so that's what you have plenty of time. You're 60 feet per 6 seconds. Yeah, you've plenty of.
I think
time.
we've got enough time to hover and try and read some bone writing.
And if we
Yeah.
dash, that's 120 feet.
Yeah, you got to be quick about it though. So as you look at the runes, they're definitely in a certain kind of script. There's actually 2 different scripts working here. Does anybody speak Draconic?
This guy.
Okay. Does anybody speak Sylvan?
I think
Brad
only druids
does.
speak Sylvan, right? Oh.
Brad speaks Sylvan. Brad knows Sylvan. Yes,
Oh.
finally.
Sylvan's just a language, so
Damn
wow,
it,
way to go,
Brad.
Brad.
Okay. Okay.
The exasperation, the excitement.
Finally, Sylvan days off.
Right. Seriously, right?
Well
and
done.
so what you guys notice, Snow and Brad, is this is not only runes to inscribe a permanence to this object, like as in keeping it from reanimating, but is also a series of curses with the bones, ancient, awful curses.
Whoa. By Sylvanus's tightest pants, this is really messed up, you guys. This whole area is cursed.
This is
Sylvanus'
pants.
pants.
I don't. Cursed, you say?
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
I just want to see what kind of thing it is. Maybe.
Okay.
I
so
don't
you
know why that hit me so hard.
Oh my god. The tight pants.
You're welcome.
By Sylvanus's tightest pants. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a minute, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, so the bones are kind of suffused in necromantic energy, and the runes inscribed are a combination of abjuration magic and some divination magic. Also was traces of transmutation and enchantment. There's a lot of different layers of magic here that is trying to bind or keep in place whatever is here.
Yeah, I just would be like, wow, yeah, no, that's like serious necromancy stuff, and more.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if any of it will affect us under any circumstances, or if this is like strictly like the curses and all?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Well, I mean, like,
Good God.
by reading the curses, have we enabled them to like latch onto us or anything weird like that? Kind of a deal.
Okay, that's different. Okay, that's you
Yeah.
can make a Arcana check or History check.
Brad did not read out loud. I just want to point out, in case many of you assumed that Brad reads out loud, he does not.
Kind of.
When he's reading a book, does he sometimes trace his finger underneath the sentence
Oh,
that he's reading, though?
totally.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you lose your spot.
Okay.
Nothing wrong
21.
with that. I was just asking.
Okay, so you realize that this type of magic, if it were intoned, would not cause any detrimental effects. There is something else at play here, that if something were removed or if there were something added to it, it would have. You need an additional component or additional thing to make this the magic break or to activate. And just simply reading it will not work.
Okay.
I've got a spell called Remove Curse.
Yeah, we should remove it so whatever's here comes back.
See,
Let's not
that's
do
the
that.
thing. If you're the only one who says this, so I've got to say, maybe we think of something different.
You guys never
I
let
mean,
me
right
do
now-
anything fun.
I'm pretty sure this should be left as is.
I mean, we are sure it's a bad curse. I mean, it's protecting us.
Does any of the language in the curse kind of give us any idea of like what it's doing?
It's a binding spell. It's keeping whatever's there.
So, I'm here for a snail, not the evil, demonic skeleton of the tar pits. Should we
Oh
just
my
keep
God.
going?
But
And as you say that, I start going, so I'm there first.
but like, what if this is the real? What if this is the real? What's her name? And like, just because it's a black pit doesn't mean it's not good.
But
I mean-
okay.
Like, what if the real goddess is here?
Oh,
Darn it.
oh.
Mark it on a map
Does
and come
anyone know
back
what
and
Sylvanas is supposed to look like?
TikTok. Spell's wearing out.
Oh, well, we can always come back. Let's do this on
Yeah.
the flip side, bros.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys cross over the other side, fly over it safely. You guys, you land on the other side and start to make your climb up to the top of the valley here. Noticing along the way that there is a thin trail of that like rainbow-colored slime, almost like it's an oil spill, but like unguent, very thick. And as you get to the top of this hill rise, treading down another slope is this giant snail shell. It's round. You see the spirals on it, and it's kind of opalescent, pearlescent, rainbow-hued nature as the twilight of the sunlight reflects off of it. And you see it pick its head up, and you see these two mammoth, bone-like horns protruding from it on like 6 eye stalks that are kind of always looking around. And there's just this 20-foot wide trail of trees and brushes knocked over, covered in slime from the snail. And that's where we're going to take a break.
awesome.
Yay.
That's one big snail.
All right,
Grab the salt.
here we go. We're going to intermission.
Yep.
See you
All
guys
right.
afterwards. Everybody get some snacks.
Hey, snack time.
Snacks!
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the.
There's outside.
Yeah.
I live in town, so it's
Yeah.
not always the greatest to smell that. But
We have
Fort
returned.
Plain's not a town.
what do you think it is? Like Little Falls is a city? Boom.
Whoa. Touche.
We have sidewalks. We have neighborhoods.
Please, brother.
Sidewalks.
We got sidewalks that just end though. So.
Yeah, you have to leave Little Falls for our sidewalks to end. So I don't even live there anymore, but I still feel a part of this.
I feel like it's a city. It says City of Little Falls, right?
Well, it
Yeah, it
also
works,
says,
yeah.
well, I guess it's a village.
Fort
Rock
Plain's
City.
a cow pasture with a house.
You can suck it, Powers. But he's absolutely accurate. It's true.
Well, I'm so glad we had Enola back for at least a couple sessions before he died suddenly.
He can
Before
try.
the snail killed him.
I'm gonna make friends with this snail.
His
Is it a
own
beast?
Extreme allergy to snail. Nola just blimps up.
Yeah. Escar, no.
The weird rainbow slime is suspiciously effective against paladins.
Of the Oath of the Ancients.
do.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just rules is written. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. We're live, aren't we?
Yeah, we totally
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that.
we're
That was all on stream.
Everybody's watching us squabble.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, guys.
Didn't
Yeah.
see
Hey,
that.
everybody.
Didn't see you there. We're back.
Oh boy.
Good. I'm glad. Well, okay. So, welcome to This Is Our Conversation. Yeah, this is what we do. And,
We talk sometimes about
yeah.
The ruse.
Yeah. And okay, but anyway, I want to thank all the viewers again for hanging out through the first half and through intermission. If we have new people, welcome. Glad to have you here. This is our fun home game that we goof around with a lot and basically alter because we think it's fun. And it is, I mean, I also want to thank Tabletop Audio for their cool music sounds and their stuff. I listen to I listen to it all the time, like when I'm working at the computer or I'm doing dishes and stuff. I'm like, oh, what's this one? Bing, it's great. I just speak highly of it. It's pretty cool. And other things. Anything else? I don't think so. All right, back into it. Cool. So you guys, Fez, have ascended the embankment and see this wide, 20-foot wide swath of a snail passage that is, flattened trees and shrubs and bushes, and it's covered everything in a thick rainbow mucus. It is moving it's moving slow. It's a snail, but it's probably faster than you would expect. It's moving, a couple of 2, 3, 4 miles an hour. It's like a slow grandparent kind of walking pace. Trees are falling down as it moves its way through the rest of this forest space. Animals are kind of just flying away from it. Sometimes there are dragonflies flying around in moths, but most of the sprites, the pixies, are just they're just running away. What do you do?
Well, I don't move anywhere from the path in which I'm standing because I'm not afraid of it.
It can't see you.
Okay, then I do exactly what I was doing before I made that statement.
Okay. You
we're
stand
behind it, right?
intimidatingly. Yes, you are behind it.
Can I? Do we still have flying?
No, the spell is worn off at this point.
Okay. Can I get within 30 feet and then try to telepathically communicate with it?
You can try.
Cool.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh. 10?
Okay, yeah. So as you see Soot kind of bound off on all fours, he kind of slips and kind of on the mucus and face plants and kind of skids, through this rainbow sludge, and he's covered in it. He gets up and he's like, looking around.
I'm real happy about it.
Okay.
Look what I did, guys.
Yeah. But then you see that this behemoth snail just kind of stop. And you see its 2 eye stalks peer around each side of its head and look at you. And suddenly the thing just kind of starts to just turn.
Yeah. I still want to try to talk to it in my head.
Okay.
Be like, hey there, Mega Snail. How's it going? Can you understand what I'm saying?
Let me see here. As it kind of just keeps moving, and there's no response.
Cool. I've run away.
Or a slap, as you...
Sure.
It is slowly turning. It is, it's about not even 3/4, not even 90 degrees yet. So, what do you do?
On my way back, I'm like, it doesn't seem to know any language. It doesn't want to talk back to me.
Well, let me try something I've done many a times before. And this is probably not going to work, but speak with animals.
Okay, how do you cast it?
I cast it by just going Ramalama Ding Dong. Blah, 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 rough. And now I can speak like an animal.
Is that an episode title? Ramalama Ding Dong, I Can Speak Like an Animal?
It
It
didn't
could
even
be.
rhyme. It just doesn't need to rhyme. That's my animal gibberish. That's what I imagine a goldfish or something would say.
So as a Noah goes, Ramalama Ding Dong, kind of goes, blood, blubber, whatever he does.
Yep.
What do you say?
I say, listen up. You're big, and I'm the biggest one of this lot here, so I feel like we got something to talk about. How are you?
There's no response. You just see it
Well, guys, it
slowly
failed.
turning.
Well, that was a misstep. I'm just gonna... Yep, I'm done with that.
So, guys, what do we do? Do we just wait for it to look at us and see what it does, or?
Well, what else can we do if we can't communicate with it?
Well, this is what we can do, though. Like, maybe I stand in its path, you guys hide, and it comes straight for me, and then you gank it when it's not looking.
What if it like is good at detecting light or something, or is like almost blind? I know. What if we like try to cast light on a tree, like up on its eye level? Like, we could like make it do like some little blinking or something. Maybe that'll make it stop and like examine the area better.
I mean,
I think it's a great idea.
the point is
We
to
can
like
try it.
cut off one of the eyes, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
we could
the
just do
goal.
that, but that seems so rude.
Actually, you need 3 of them.
How many does it have? 6?
6.
Well, we'll get 6 in case we mess up. Well, maybe we don't take 6. Maybe we need to leave it with some eyes. Or we just take them all.
Yeah, I mean,
We could take them all, right, Ender?
I don't feel good about that for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm in a weird
Elvin's like-
spot right now.
Well, here's my
That
thought. It
feels a
can't
bit
speak to
off.
us. Right, but he tried to speak in its mind, and I tried to speak to its nature, and it doesn't want nothing to do with us.
If it was,
So I would have felt bad too, but it's nothing at this point. But a snail.
Ouch.
if it was smaller, I'd eat it.
Well,
Yes, you would.
It doesn't
It's
sound
about-
as bad coming from you.
It's about 90 degrees at this point, turning more slowly. You see that the eye stalks are kind of geared towards your direction. All 6 of them are seeing at you is these mammoth, horns essentially, and they're sharp and they're pointy. But it's slowly turning your direction.
I really want like an animated thing of this with all of the Oddlot just standing around having a conversation with this giant snail in the backwards, slowly rotating
Slowly.
as we contemplate how we're gonna kill it.
Slowly. Yeah.
the scene in Austin Powers where the henchman's just yelling.
Get
Out of the way!
Oh, it's like he's in that little car thing.
Yeah.
Steamroller. or something.
Steamroller.
This is
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Well, that's accurate.
Do we
What do you do?
even,
I
do
can
we
make
even
it.
want to try and cast on it?
I can make it a friend with my loot. Using dust loot, I can cast animal friendship on it.
That's kind
Is
of
it an animal though? Like really?
that's kind of how I do things most of the times. You get friends with it first, and then you scare it. I
But
like
basically
It's
it's
kinda your
charming
thing?
it.
that's kind of my thing.
I'm happy that made a return tonight. But as soon as we hurt it, the spell's over, and we're going to hurt it.
How tall are the eye stalks from me?
From the ground?
Yeah. From the ground.
Okay, so it's easily the top of the head is 18 feet. The eye stalks go above that another 4 or 5. So you're looking at 23 feet.
It looks.
Oh, Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Brad. You got it. You got it.
Brad's like, guys, I've so got this. And he casts Silent Image up in the air a little bit so that it'll be eye level with the giant snail. And it's a image like looks exactly like it, except it's a little bit pink. It has a cute little bow in its hair.
It's Miss Pac-Man. But Miss Snail.
Okay.
Does it give it a wig to have the hair with the bow on it?
No, the bow's like on one of the eye stalks.
How do you know this snail isn't a girl?
Brad has no idea, but since it doesn't have a ribbon, he's just guessing. And he's gonna make it kind of wiggle a little bit, like not maybe alluringly for a slug. I don't know. Add a little sway to its, sluggy hips. What happens?
So it slithers along with a little sway.
It's got eyelashes too. Keep
Yeah, totally. Yes.
Yes.
Gives you a real insight into how Brad sees the world.
The shell's got a little beauty mark on it.
Okay. So what's the language of silent image, just so I can understand?
I can create the image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon, no larger than a 15-foot cube. So it's just whatever's within eyesight. Like I'm just trying to match like what he could see. So I'm sure it's incomplete. But but it appears in a spot within range and lasts for the duration. Image is purely visual. You can use your action to cause the image to move, and physical interaction with the image reveals that it is an illusion because they can pass through it. And a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine it is an illusion with a DC 16 investigation check.
Okay. So as you notice, as it turns around, the eye stalks catch its gaze, and he's like, it kind of stops for a moment. One of the eye stalks just kind of goes out, comes back, kind of slowly moves forward, goes out, comes back, and moves forward some more. Then it passes through it, the image completely, as on it's moving closer towards you.
Darn. Like,
It's
I
not
thought for
intelligent.
sure he'd be way more bashful. Maybe he's just not into girls. Shucks. Okay. Let's just cut the eyes off.
I'm down for that. Let's do it. It's not a creature. It doesn't have an intelligence, I think. I mean, I don't got much of an intelligence either, but...
We're trying not to kill it, right? We're just going for a couple,
Just
3
the
eyes,
We're going for...
Best case scenario.
which is still horrible, but okay.
Okay, so we're gonna roll for initiative. Is that what I'm hearing?
I
Yeah.
think so, buddy.
It sounds that way.
Woo! Natural 20.
Oh wow.
8.
Total of 27.
16.
21.
8.
Are we still flying?
No.
No.
No, the fly is over now. The pixies should still be here, though. The summoning spell lasts for an hour.
I'm going to speak to Jezebel as much as I can then.
She's not saying much.
That's okay. It's a one-sided combo for me.
So I'll be flying a little bit. Just a little bit off the ground.
Okay, so... I'm just keeping track of the... Oh, let's see. Snow, whoopsie. With a 16. Brad. Oh my god, the cards!
Mary
Yay,
the
the cards!
Snail is exactly the character.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
good
channeling.
one.
Perfect.
Material, and we have... Okay, so I think... So it'll be Anolo, Snow, Brad, me, Tyrael, and Alvin. Okay, they get everybody?
Got me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ander, you're up, so you're on deck.
Okay.
How close is it to me?
It is, geez, it's not moving very fast, so it's probably 80 feet.
And is the terrain in front of me difficult because it's slimy, or?
No, it's a little slick. You might have to make a check, but it's not, I wouldn't say, difficult terrain.
I guess I will start running towards it then, which will take me at least 2 turns, I guess.
Okay.
Or no, if I double dash at 60, right?
Yeah.
Or double dash, if I dash at 60. Okay, so I guess I'm just running towards it.
Okay.
This
So-
epic music as we're like going to go massacre this little innocent snail.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so you take off running. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
$27.
Okay, yeah. You feel it squishing underneath your feet, but you find enough tree branches that are just kind of get enough clear footing, and you hop around over stuff, and you easily make your 60 feet. You'll be within range next turn because he's still moving forward at the same pace. 20. He's moving 20 feet per second per round. So another on deck.
I cast Flock of Familiars, and I get 6 ravens.
Okay.
And I just want them to go at and like fly around this thing and try to get it to attack them instead of my friends. Their job is to get in the way.
Okay. So you send them out flying. So as the ravens are slowly behind Ander, flapping their wings. It looks like Ander's got a flock of, birds behind him, like he's the point of the V.
It's either very like darkly emo cool, or it looks like a scene out of the Mighty Ducks.
I was thinking quack, quack, quack.
Both very cool. They're both very cool. Except for maybe emo. Mighty Ducks Flying V is pretty boss.
Are you moving? So,
No, I'm gonna sit down.
okay.
Smoke my pipe.
You sit down in the squish and the mucus of the.
Or slap around
Slime.
in the goop a little bit.
Nice. Nolo, Snow, you're on deck.
Straight dash right to the snail with Ander in hopes that I can beat him there.
You can't.
Okay.
So that's what I do.
Okay, take off running. Snow, Brad, you're on deck.
All right, so I'm gonna fly 30 feet forward, and then I'm actually going to fire my little light crossbow at it, aiming for like the base of an eye stalk, I guess.
Okay.
Don't suppose a 16 would hit.
Nope. So I mean, as you fly up and you get airborne, you're not really used to the crossbow. You don't use it all that much. You're like, poof! And it gets lands short in front of the snail, and you see like it's part of its lower pseudopods just kind of his slow slide over as it moves forward.
Getting rusty.
Okay, Brad.
Brad is going to cast Expeditious Retreat on himself as a bonus action. It is a sorcerer spell, so he has to roll for magic, crazy wild magic thing. Not a 1, so we're good. So as I cast the spell, I get to take the dash action for kind of free, as it were. That's part of the bonus action of casting the spell. So I'm right up there with with Ander and Anolo.
You're gonna beat us there.
Then I'm
Triple.
gonna. How far away are we at this point? Like, still.
if you move 60 feet, you are 40 feet to the snail.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a dash action as my action, so I'm just gonna be like, can I do that?
Okay.
Or is it once I take a dash action, is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Well.
Well, because you used your movement to dash because of expedition retreat. So it's your action, then you have a dash as your bonus. You can actually move another 30 as your movement.
That's
not
fair.
a dash.
That's fair. Okay. Sweet.
So you're 30 feet close. You're if you want to use the entire movement, you'll be within 10 feet of it.
I'm gonna use I want to use all of my movement to get as close to it as I can.
Okay. So you're 10 feet away, and you see like this hulking, massive snail. Its eye stalks just kind of peering around. Its pseudopod is very aware of the ground. Its gigantic shell kind of swaying before you. This thing is mammoth. The shell itself extends up to like 25, 30 feet tall, and it's 20 feet wide, so it just dwarfs you by comparison. But you stand there resolute. And okay.
Sweet.
Is that it?
That's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay, so it sees you, and it is going to attack you. So you see all of these different eye stalks. They suddenly, the eyeballs kind of just shut. They turn like, so they appear to harden, and they just kind of wham, 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 wham. They reach out 10 feet, bang, and start to hit you. Let me get my dice.
Being first is bad sometimes, guys.
Not when you've got my kind of armor.
Brad is does an 18 hit your AC, Brad?
Not if I cast shield as a reaction,
Okay.
which I'm going to do.
Okay, dokie. So that'll bring your AC to what?
That brings my AC to 22.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so each of the eye stalks will whack, whack, whack as it starts pounding and at every inch of you, like whether it's in the face or across the face, in the chest, one on your back, then two kind of miss as you're kind of like, whoa, you're kind of getting your bearings, but you get hit 4 times out of 6 attacks.
Whoa.
And you take a total of 48 bludgeoning damage.
Holy balls!
Ow!
Are you still conscious?
I am, yes. Thank you very much. Brad is maybe a paperweight, but, it's not that much of a paperweight. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So then he keeps moving forward to try to steamroll you. So, yeah, he's gonna. He's basically moved up into your space and moving you forward. I need you to make an athletics check for me.
Okay. Athletics, you said, or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay. Why is everyone? Oh no, I'm nervous. The giggling. So that is a 21.
Okay. So you manage to hold on to the undersides of this snail, keeping your body up above the pseudopods and from it crushing you. Okay. Whose turn is it next? It is now Tyrell's turn.
Okay, so I don't remember how far we are away, but this should be fine to hit him with. I'm gonna pull out my Javelin of Lightning, and I'm gonna say it's Magic Man word to get to the 120 feet, and I'm just gonna whip this thing. So see if I can hit it.
Okay.
13.
No, as you hurl your javelin, you see it go and hits the top of the shell, goes bing, and just flies off into the forest away.
I don't think I'm very close to it, correct? So I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Alvin.
Yep. I'm going to use my movement to get 25 feet closer to it. I'm not using my action to dash, because I'm using my action to cast Tidal Wave on it. So
Okay.
it needs to make a DC 17 Dex save.
Oh, I see. Natural 20.
Oh, all right. So half of 12 is 6, so it takes 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So as you go, you blow some water, right? Is that what you do?
Yeah, drop
Okay,
of
so-
water.
Yeah, and there's a massive tidal wave launches over all the party. Wait, does it affect the other?
Does that hit me too then?
Yeah,
I
it's gonna hit Brad.
That's cool. Brad doesn't mind. Brad can take it.
It says the area can be up to, so... And... I think you can jur up on an area within range, so...
Yep.
It's not like it rushes out from me and hits the snail.
But no, Brad's in the melee, is in melee with the snail.
Oh, alright, well,
Yeah, so
I mean...
Brad-
Brad's like
make a
snail
de-
hugging right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a dex save, Brad.
Okay.
If you save, it's only
That's
6
a 1.
damage. Oh, well, if you don't save, it's 12 bludgeoning damage. Sorry about that,
So
Brad.
water gushes down and it's like filling your mouth and you're like drowning and you get plastered against the snail a little bit. 12 more damage.
Not
That's
helping.
okay.
Oh,
That's not helping. Oh.
okay.
Luckily,
Hold
I
on.
have my armor actually lets me reduce that damage, so it should be okay. It should be okay.
Just a minute. Hold on. 305.
I took 0
Okay.
damage from that. I rolled 2 6s on my magic armor.
Oh, because of your armor?
Yeah,
Cool.
I never get to
What's
use
that?
that.
What title are you? What's the spell level?
Oh, the spell I just cast? That's a
Yeah.
3rd level.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Ah. Nope. Okay, we're good.
Alright. Mild
so
concern.
so as your tidal wave hits the snail, you see it shrink back from a little bit of damage, but most of the magic nature of it, suddenly kind of gets absorbed into its shell, and you see the shell kind of just kind of charge up and start to crackle and scintillate all the way around. Yep. Okay. Top of the round. Ender.
Anybody got a F ton of salt? I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna try to jump on it.
Okay.
That'll be athletics.
Or acrobatics, whatever's higher. Because there's enough, kind of, holds for you to...
25.
Okie dokie, yeah. So, where do you want to get on it?
Where the eye stalks are, like on top, like the head, I guess. Is there enough
Okay.
room for me to be up there? Or?
Yeah, you can kind of get up and, try to sit, kind of get in the saddle behind it. It's going to take your entire movement, though. Because
My
you're
entire
40
movement?
Well, your movement plus your action, because it's going to be... You were 40 feet away still?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, you can.
Didn't the snail move forward?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, good call. So, yeah, it'd just be your movement. Okay, my bad. Thank you, Thank you,
Oh,
She's gone. Ah!
well, thank her again.
Sorry. Brad
Thank you, Brad.
tripped.
Okay, so yeah, you manage to climb up, find some footholds, and get behind the snail. You see Eyestalk kind of wailing around trying to prevent you, but you manage to find a sort of sitting spot behind it.
Okay, so my action is going to be attack one of the eye stalks,
Okay.
and my bonus action is to give Brad inspiration.
Okay. Cool. So make your attack roll.
My new longsword. Holy crap, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
34.
Oh, snap. Okay.
His strength is so strong.
So as you get back there, you see Andrew brandish his longsword, go whoosh, shing. One just goes, falls off and just topples down, kind of wriggling. What's the spots left? Goes, and you see just sludge and blood and just as mucus just spurt up over all of you, and you're covered in like this kind of greeny, yellowish goo.
Ugh, I do get 2 attacks per round.
Okay.
So
Wait. Hold on. So the 34 was to hit.
Yes.
Right. I'm
Not
sorry.
damage.
I thought that was damage. Roll for damage. I apologize.
Okay. Not that cool. 12.
Okay. So you I take
Rewind.
back the whole you know. So you hack and you get like you get more than halfway through it. You're like, you pull your sword out for your second attack.
23.
Hits. Roll for damage.
Good lord. 11.
Okay, yeah. So this time you swing in. Ping! Now it comes clean off after this little. And you feel, with the first hit, you sunk into its fleshy bits, and you cut all the way through. You realize you feel some of the more fibrous membranes and kind of sinews kind of give way as you shear off the rest of this eye stalk, and it falls down below. Then now you get splattered with goo and gore and stuff. Okay, so now what do you say to Brad?
Hang in there, Brad.
Cool.
Inspiration. Here, Brad.
I'm hanging. It's a D10, right? Or
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't know
Thank
if
you.
that's legible at all.
Not really. That's okay though. I'm fairly familiar.
Okay. So
I'm basically just going to use my bonus action to tell the ravens to each one of them go to the remaining eyes.
Okay.
So that they all kind of like they're trying to I want them to peck at the eyes. They're not going to do any damage, but they're just going to be really annoy the heck out of each of these eyes. I want
Okay.
all but one of them to be up there.
Okie dokie. So this is what you're going to cause a distraction, essentially.
Yeah, basically, I just want them to be more annoying than everybody else that's around them, if they can.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's roll. Just make an attack roll for me.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if this works.
All right. I should use the ravens.
Yep. Enola, you're on deck.
Yep.
19.
Okay, yeah. So as the ravens fly in, they're kind of pecking. They're providing some distraction, but between Andrew just hacking off one of its eye stalks and the other, and Brad being below it, it's kind of focused pretty much on the people around you.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Right. Also, I create a bonfire and then warm my paws on it.
We're roasting marshmallows while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. Chilling.
Yeah.
Anolo.
So it's within 30 feet, right? So I can move up to it?
Yep.
And then what is it? How do I climb up this thing, or can I just jump up it?
You can jump if you want.
So
You can get a running
athletics.
start.
Yep.
Yep.
29 athletics.
Okay, yeah. So you hear this ching of your armor, and you leap, and you. Where do you want to
I
go?
see myself sitting right next to Ander, So I don't know if he's on like the left side of the eye stalks or on the right side, but I want to be on the opposite side of the eye stalks that he is.
Okay, so he's on the right side, and so you get up on the left side, and you're kind of grabbing onto the part of the lower one, and you're just riding around.
Yep.
So you're definitely up there with him.
And I'll take my 2 attacks. You were first. I'll take my 2 attacks without any without my +3, so it'll just be +2. Nat 20.
Okay, critical. Roll damage.
That's first one. Oh yeah, roll damage. Okay, D8. So it's gonna be 2D8. 9. So 6 of those. That 9 is radiant damage, and the other one is 8. 8 regular damage.
Don't we do?
So
Wait,
you double the damage of the dice. So you rolled 9 on the dice, right?
So I rolled 9 on the dice. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be 18 plus your bonuses.
18 plus the 6 radiant.
Okay.
And then
24.
for my second attack, I have a dirty 20.
Okay, that's another hit.
And that would be 4 on, so 9 on the regular and 2 on the radiant.
Okay. So with one eye stalk, you just, with a critical, you just get up there and just just lop it off. You see your radiant energy kind of cauterize the wound after it sears through. One flops off and down onto the ground. The thing kind of, so you feel it shuddering and shivering as it's like its optic nerves are being wrenched apart, and you lay into another one, but you don't get the way through.
So wait a minute. Was I the first one to take an entire eye stalk completely up?
Yes.
I what? Oh,
Right. So.
well, I did. I took
Not
one
in
off
one
first.
swing.
And then I
swing,
used
yeah.
my +3 from the defender as my AC to make me up to 25.
Okay. Okie dokie. Just
Oh, still
quick math.
first.
You were first here, but I was the first to get an eye stalk. But it was good.
Well, I got one.
Okay, so that's 2 eye stalks. It is now Snow's turn. Brad, you're on deck.
All right. I loaded in a paralysis bolt from when we were in that weird little underdark tunnel. I'm gonna fire that sucker.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, damage is 8 piercing. And
Okay.
I'm not sure what the save you wanted on that poison was.
Well, as you fire the bolt, and it sinks into like this kind of lower fleshy section, like a chest would be like near the ground, and the bolt just kind of flops out, and you see kind of recoil, but doesn't. It's not going to do anything. He's immune to poison. Sorry.
Alrighty.
So as his
bolt.
So as his reaction, whenever you're okay.
Oh,
Are you gonna
I am
move?
gonna move 30 feet, but like around, so that if it can't look straight at me, it'd have to rotate to do that.
Yep.
Or I stalk around.
Cool.
that'll
So
be it.
everyone. Okay, so the snail's going to use his reaction for this round. Everyone within 30 feet make a Constitution saving throw.
And that's within 30 feet of what, man?
Of the snail.
So then it looks like Ander would have +4.
Ander,
Brad,
Is
maybe?
Brad within 10 feet of Anolo?
no.
23.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
21.
Is Alvin within 30 feet?
I
I think
don't
anyone on
think
the
so.
head of it. No.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
Is snow?
No.
No, I'm on top
No,
of
it's
the
just-
thing.
It's just the 3 people.
All right.
Okay, so Brad, would you roll?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Let me do the math again because I forgot. 21.
Okay. Okay, well, you all save. That's cool. So you all are going to take half damage.
My ravens are right there.
Okay, roll out.
Oh, do they save?
I've got. How's a 5?
Nope.
No.
No, sorry, man.
If probably any damage is
10?
gonna kill him anyhow.
No. You
Uh,
got to do 19 or better.
19 or better. Okay, I have. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So the shell kind of suddenly glows this kind of purple, switches to neon green. There's a crackling energy that kind of goes back and forth, arcing all the way around. It's kind of spirals and it just emits this destructive energy force. So since you all saved, you're going to take. Let's see. I'm sorry, I gotta do some quick math. I'm sorry. 12 force damage.
Okay. Cool.
As you feel the energy course through you, kind of ripple through you. Okay. That means it is Brad's turn.
Right. How's the headstock area looking? Does it look like a third person could fit up there, even for like a moment?
Yeah.
There's space?
The snail is essentially like a large creature, so like you can find some room up there.
Okay, cool. Brad's gonna go up to the eye stalks. And then it's gonna do some stuff. He's going to cast Booming Blade and use his greatsword to just take a big honkin' swing at the baddie, at one of the eye stalks.
Well, first, can you make an athletics check for me to climb?
Of course, that's a 19 on the die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so as you're gripping the side of folds of the snail, you sink your fingers into its flesh and you're climbing your way up. And you get up to the top and you brandish your greatsword, make your attack.
Okay, alright. Booming Blade attack, go! Actually, I'm gonna use my, my sorcerer ability, my magic thing, to have advantage on this attack. Oh, that's probably a good thing. Then 21. I can't math.
That's a hit.
21
Roll
hits.
for damage.
Yes! Heck yes! Oh, this is exciting! Okay. Okay. Booming Blade. I get my rogue sneak attack dice. I get my Booming Blade dice. I get my great sword dice. There's so many dice I get to roll. I love this. Plus I can also attack with the bardic inspiration as well, right? I believe.
I think so.
I can. So many dice. Oh, that felt so good. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 14, 17 plus 6 plus 17 plus 6 plus 4. Oh no, wait, plus 3. 17. 28 damage to one eye stalk.
Yikes. Okay, so you take your greatsword, whoosh, with upward swing, just golf club it, and boom, launch it out towards the rest of the party as you just sever it cleanly. The shockingness of the booming blade resounds and sends ripples through not only the snail, but you guys in the shell kind of jostles.
And that's the third one. That's all we needed, right?
That's correct.
Brad is then going to use Action Surge to gain an extra action, and use his Paladin Lay on Hands to heal the snail for 10 hit points, and then, and then run as hard as he can off the snail.
Okay, so that's
that'll
gonna be next turn.
Probably, yeah, but that's what he's doing.
Okay, as you're getting ready to run, you heal the snail a little bit. You feel your radiant energy kind of course through it and just repair a little bit of damage. Not a lot. So it is the snail's turn. So you see 3 eye stalks just kind of looking around wildly, and it targets Brad again because of just what you just did.
You can use that
him.
inspiration if you're AC.
She used it to attack.
Oh,
I
I'm
used
sorry.
it to make sure the attack worked.
Let's see, get my dice. Oh, I got a crit.
Oh, Brad's gonna die.
So
Told you.
Red.
Wait,
one of
I
the-
used my reaction to impose disadvantage.
I rolled the dice, man.
All right, but I was
You
muted.
gotta-
I tried.
You gotta
But
call
it's fine.
that sooner. Sorry, man. So 2 hits, 1's a critical, and so the first hit comes and hits you right in the chest, and you take, where is that damage? 12 damage from that one. Are you still standing?
Brad is unconscious.
Oh no.
Okay,
That is
so
exactly how many hit points he had.
and as your body, as you fade from consciousness, everyone else sees this other eye stalk just boom clock Brad right in the face. You see Brad's face kind of indent,
Oh.
and you guys get blown off the snail.
Reaction, can I grab him?
Yeah. Okay, make a acrobatics check. Brad, you
29.
because it was you reach your supernatural elven awareness and speed just kind of reach out, you grab Brad by the edge of his pants and waist, you kind of try to pull him back in. You're slowly getting him back. He's kind of flopped down over though, because it was a critical that hit you
Now there's
when
2
you're
failures?
unconscious. That's 2 failures.
Yeah. Here lies
Stupid.
Brad,
Yeah.
killed by a snail.
Shouldn't it just be 1 failure?
No, not critical hits is 2. Takes away 2.
That sounds right to me. That's what I recall.
Yep. All right. And it starts to turn around like it's getting ready to flee. Tyrael.
Okay, so having just seen that, everybody's still kind of in like a 30-foot radius around this snail, right?
Everybody except Soot, you, Alvin, and Snow.
Okay. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have taken some type of damage, so this is perfect. I'm going to cast at 6th level Mass Cure Wounds. And you will all get 4d8 plus 5 healing. So let me roll that real quick. Well, that's not a great one. 2 4s. An 8 and a 3. Okay, so 11 plus 8, 19 plus 5, 24. You all get 24 HP.
That means Brad is conscious again, yes?
Yeah, Brad goes, just wakes up, and you're like, you feel your
Face
great
puffs
swords. Yeah. You're upside down. You're like, well, how did I get here? Your great sword is like barely in your hand, tapping against the side of the snail shell.
Jeez. Get out of there, you fools! And I end my turn.
Okay. Alvin. And you're on deck.
Okay, so I'm going to. How far am I from the rest of the party right now? Just so I can.
You're probably about 60 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw a healing word at Brad because he just got knocked out. I'm gonna upcast it to 5th level. And 16 plus 4, so 20 hit points back.
All my hard work gone.
Matt's trying to just secretly destroy Brad. I see how it is.
No.
Brad, it's gonna be all right. I call out.
Thanks, little bro. that really hurt. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then
so
I
you moving?
call out, "Let's scoop up those eye stalks and get out of here."
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my movement to get another 25 feet closer to them.
Okay. Ander, you're up. So you're on deck.
All right, I'm going to upcast fly and touch Brad, Anolo, and myself. So all three of us can fly.
Okay.
And then just to make sure I'm getting him out of there, I'm going to fly. I'm going to try to pull at least Brad up with me. Just
Okay, great.
Give Brad a head start.
So you see Enola kind of go, get it, like lift off the ground, and so you pick up Brad. You want to like, okay, just
fly
help,
up.
just like assist. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
make it.
I can carry one person.
Okay, yeah. So just yeah.
Yeah, and for my bonus action, but for my bonus action, I'll give Anolo inspiration.
Okay. What do you say?
Now you can beat me. Run, you fool! Or I mean, fly, you fool!
Oh, awesome. So as you pick up Brad, and like Brad's like kind of groggily looking at you, bloodied, and it's kind of you see this indentation, kind of bruising where the snail bashed him in the face, just kind of turned purple.
I'm horrified.
But you
Could've
kind
been
of you fly. Are you flying straight up, or are you just flying away? Okay, so
I'm trying to get
straight
as far
up.
away from the thing as possible, and up seems like a good way to go.
Yes, good, and you fly straight up. Soot.
What's the? These eye stalks flew away. Okay, first off, how big are these eye stalks? Can I carry all three of them?
What's your strength?
I have a modifier of -1. It's an 8.
You can carry one.
I can carry one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I kind of get up from my from the fire, kind of dust myself off, cast a dimension door, and pop right in front of one of the eye stalks that fell.
Okay.
Scoop it up, and then use feline agility to run 50 feet back towards everybody else.
Okay. Cool. So you're kind of dragging it along, but running pretty quickly because your little feet move very quick.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you've got one. Anolo.
I'd like to, as I'm flying, scoop down and pick up the other two,
Okay.
and then fly away.
So because you're going to fly in front of it, and the eye stalks are in front of the snail, you're still within its threatening range. I'm going to get 2 attacks on you. Is that okay? I mean, actually, yeah, 2 attacks, not 3.
25 AC.
Got you once. Another one's a critical fail. So one eye starts to careen out like it's going to clock you right in the face, but the other eye stalk kind of gets distracted and hits the other one out of the way. So you take, well, no, you took no damage because the eye got really confused and just kind of hit the other one out of the way. So yeah, you fly down, you grab the 2 eye stalks, and then you start to continue towards the rest of the party.
Yes.
All right, Snow. Brad, you're on deck.
Did you say that the snail looked like it was getting ready to flee?
Yeah.
In that case, let's see. Just double check, make sure. Where is it? Oh, okay, never mind. That's an action. I'm going to just take the dodge action and watch to make sure everyone's running away from everything.
Okay. Cool. Brad.
All right. So, how far away am I from the snail currently?
30 feet in the air with Ander. Ander's holding on to you.
Okay, sweet. I am going to completely lose my book. Where'd they go? There we go. Brad is going to cast Healing
60
Word. Yeah.
Oh, 60, I'm
sweet.
sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brad is going to cast Healing Word, I believe it's called. Is that the right one? Cure Wounds? Oh no, that's Touch. Yeah. Nah. Yes. Okay, he's gonna cast Healing Word at 5th level on the snail
Okay.
to give it back some hit points. So that is going to be 1d4 for each slot above the first, so that's 5d4s. Ooh. 9, 11, 12. So it's 16 on the die, and then plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is gonna be what for frickin' druids?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Aha! Plus 2. So it's
Okay.
18. He's healing it for 18, and then he's gonna just run away with flying the whole 60 feet towards the party.
Cool. So what do you say to the snail?
Be well, bro. Sorry.
So as your words seep in, you see part of one of the eye stalk sections kind of suffuse in yellow-white energy, and it start to grow back a little bit and start to sort of regenerate the eye stalk. Cool. Yeah, so as you guys start to fly away, the snail is just kind of just keeps turning around like it's not in this new direction, knocking more trees over, pushing stuff over. It is clearly just trying to retreat now, outgunned and outmatched. So at this point, I think we can be out of. I think it's safe to say we're out of combat as you guys are flying either up or away, and it's retreating. Cool. You pick up your eye stalks.
Brad,
I gotta get
you
my
almost
jab
died
in.
to a snail. I'm not
Whoa.
gonna let you live that one down.
Like, okay, that's cool, but like, I got to actually cut one of the eye stalks off in one swing, bro.
I mean, we all saw it.
It was pretty epic. There was like this loud booming noise, and it was pretty cool.
Look, if you all want to, measure your sword swings later, I'd like to get out of here first.
It's not how big the sword swing is. It's what the effect is. And I got the eye
Yeah.
stalk off.
Okay, so who's still on the ground? Tyrael, Soot, and Alvin. Everybody else has some kind of flying right now.
I got
Hey,
an eyeball.
fellas.
I got an eyeball.
That's awesome, Soot. Hey, fellas. Are you comfortable being transformed into an animal briefly, so we can fly on out of here?
As long as we can
After
hold
I
on to these
get my
eye stalks.
javelin.
I like
Yeah,
cycle
grab
through.
your javelin first. No problem.
I cycle through like 10 different animals' faces, different, with a disguised self.
I'm gonna ask the pixies to polymorph the three of us into giant eagles.
Do they have a flight
Right.
speed higher than 30?
The pixies?
No, the
Eagles.
eagles.
The eagles? Yes. Oh, yeah. Do you want in on this too, Snow?
I mean, I'd be faster.
You could really soar. I believe a flying eagle or a giant eagle has a fly speed of 80 feet.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah. I mean, I'd
Yeah,
rather
then-
not be left in the dust, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
80 feet.
Tyrael, make a investigation check for me real quick.
Can I find the magical pointy stick? Maybe. 17? 15 plus
Okay.
2?
So you kept an eye on it like a golfer does with his golf ball after he hits a swing, it hits the ball, and when ping, it falls off, and you kind of trace where it landed, and you're able to recover your javelin and come back in good order.
Cool.
Yeah. So the eye stalks, you guys were kind of holding them before the polymorph thing. you're definitely getting a sense that they're heavy, they're mucusy, but there's something sticky about the residue, and for those who are sensitive to the magic, there is an elemental magic to them, and you realize that the snail itself is not an animal, it's not a beast, it's not a monstrosity, it is an elemental actually. So what you're holding is part of the elements in your hands.
Oh, maybe it was a slime elemental.
I think more like a snail elemental if you ask me, but
Is a snail
slime if you want.
a snail an element?
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, you know.
Why not?
Earth, wind, fire, snail. Sure.
Yep. That's the way I saw it in the books.
Wait,
Before we do the whole transform thing, Snow's gonna walk over to some of the mucus. The rainbow, it was like mucus or rainbow colored, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna touch some and see if it feels any weird,
Feels
like
mucus.
the ice stalks do.
Yeah, there's a connection there. Yeah, it's very similar. I mean,
Does
it's
it do
not.
anything?
What do you mean?
When you touch it?
Yeah, like the mucus itself that it leaves behind is the same mucus as the ones that are on like the ice stalks.
Oh no. Wait, that's no.
Okay.
Different parts. Okay.
All right.
So you guys poof into eagles because of the pixies.
Yep. Polymorph.
Okay. So you guys all fly off and head back towards the airship, correct?
Best day ever.
As you're flying through the air above the treetops, you see larger things flying around, birds, but you look even like you're looking down on top of the forest. It's quite a sight. It is, from what you remember, the Feywild, and you can there's a sort of weird delineation between the rest of the forest and this section of the Markham Woods. But as you fly back down through the woods, you soar into the waterfall as eagles, blasting through the water, going over your feathers and over your back. You land, and Zarek pops and goes, "You made it with eyes. You have eye stalks. This is weird." And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
This
When
is
Sarek
weird.
says it's weird, that's when you know.
Well, to be fair,
I mean,
he's like, I have those.
he's an eye stalk creature. We
He
just
ate
harvested some eye stalks.
He ate those dried eye stalks of something else, of Beholder, didn't he? That was like one of his favorite snacks.
Kept
he
trying
really?
to snack on him, yeah. But then
Yeah, he
I
wanted
think that's true. Way back in
I
the,
do not remember
yeah,
that.
in the Moon
Wow.
Temple.
we had to get those as a snack for. Well, I don't remember we had to get those.
We got them from the pantry. I remember that part, but I don't remember Zarek eating.
I don't.
Maybe he
I don't
did.
think
He
Zarek
referenced at some point. He referenced like the master not letting him eat those.
I
think
anything
we
in the
gave him
pantry.
one. Oh,
Yeah, the
Stop
master
eating
wouldn't
the
let him
rare
eat
magic items
anything
in
in
the
the pantry.
probably for the best.
Yeah,
But they're so good with nacho cheese.
the pantry.
Just totally just a storeroom. It wasn't actually a pantry. That's just how Zarek saw it. Spilled its magic stove. That was fun. Brad almost completely died to
You
a
almost
that would have been
biffed
epic. I would have been
Would've been
okay with that
so
death,
funny.
just so you know.
I mean,
Would you really?
Oh yeah, Brad was supposed to die after like 3 episodes. What are you talking about?
dude, how is he still
The
alive?
candle that burns twice as bright, right? That the idea with Brad?
So wait, it's actually more of a punishment to keep you playing Brad then.
Oh, I'm not upset. I love Brad. But he was earnestly meant to be a kind of a troll character in between this and another character that I made.
Oh, I
I love
gathered
him.
that.
Yeah, but I love him.
You-
I'm not
You're just trying to
upset.
troll Ander.
Well, I was trying to troll a little bit of everybody.
Oh my god.
But mostly Andrew, yeah, because of the poetry. It's so easy.
Oh man.
Yes, I remember. I remember conversations with you about bread before this whole thing
Oh,
happened,
man.
and I'm like, okay.
It's been an interesting ride.
Yes, it has.
I was prepared to say goodbye. It would have been interesting there too.
Living up to
I-
that hero class.
Did see your little whispers, hoping that this was how Brad dies, you guys.
Not me.
And your evil
Only one of us.
I don't know if
Not
you would
me.
say something like that. That
Nope.
sounds
You all
terrible.
Say such a thing, right?
Anolo's
horrible.
never said that.
I can't imagine even thinking that. It's just
Wax,
Oh.
though. Wax might think differently.
Well, you know, realistically, Mordo and our dwarf buddies are only losses, right?
To
Mordo
battle.
and Lethe.
Yeah.
Yep.
To battle, yeah.
Other
There
people
shall not
retired.
be a third.
Yeah, you've lost Buick. You lost Buick, but he was an NPC.
and some
Well,
of
he came
They
the
back.
brought him back.
some of
got
the
Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, that's fair.
We
She's
put the
back
Goku
now.
on him.
She's back now.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
she's
would
some
you
of the
guys
gnomes.
would resurrect Buick, but you wouldn't resurrect Brad, huh? Is that
Of course I would resurrect.
It's a
Of
very
course I would
expensive
resurrect Brad.
prospect.
Not at all.
You know what?
I would
You
resonate.
know what? I would do the same thing where we have to re-roll him to see what he is. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
you have to do that with the spell that
Yeah.
we
Yeah, there's
use.
no other option.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
can
requirement
raise
of
dead
that
now.
spell.
Is that the only real res
Oh.
spell though, or
No,
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 there's
I have
more than
raised
one.
dead.
Yeah.
Andrew's got raised dead.
Oh,
So
I have
that
Revivify.
wouldn't do.
Diamond for it now too.
But then
Yeah.
isn't Brad a zombie?
No, guys, raised dead doesn't mean you always confuse that. Raised dead just means you bring somebody back from the dead
Isn't that what a zombie is? No.
to life, not to undead life.
All right.
It's been that way since first edition, I think.
yeah,
The
it's just
difference is,
confusing wording. That's all.
It might
I just
be-
don't
the
have
main
it
difference is
memorized.
our soul and
No,
consciousness.
no, wait. Raised Dead, I think, is not like Revivify or Resurrection.
No,
What?
it's
No, I think those are
Uh,
two. I think they're different.
yeah. There's
Ooh.
some. It's not. You bring someone back. It does help, but there's more consequences that come with that.
Raised
I just
dead.
gotta-
You return a dead creature you touch to life. Yeah, they come. They have -4 on attack rolls, saving throws, and
Yeah.
ability checks.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
ordeal.
Oh.
Yeah,
Undeath
for a while.
sickness.
And that
Hmm.
kind of that does wear off, or that could be taken off with a greater restoration or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like exhaustion. Like after
Yeah.
4
Mm.
long rests.
Yeah.
And I think it's got
Oh,
like
okay.
a window of time that's you have
10
to do it.
days. 10
And then-
days.
Yeah, 10 days.
True res is like 300 years or something
Oh,
silly.
True
geez.
res is 200 years, if I'm recalling correctly.
That's nutty, though.
It's also a 9th level spell.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Hmm.
But cool. So
stuff.
yeah, thanks for playing, guys. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
Definitely.
Surprisingly
Always, dude.
dangerous snail.
that
Yeah.
was a surprisingly dangerous snail.
Well, come on.
He's the size of like a brick house. So
I
Dude, he was
love
kicking our
smacking it with a bunch of magic, and then it's like, yeah, and you see it absorbing something. I'm just like, crap, that was a bad idea.
Gimbal did mention.
And that's like, as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, Gimbal told us. Wasn't
yeah.
wasn't paying attention.
I should
Should
have
have
listened
not.
to the
Shouldn't have done that.
NPC.
Should not have done that.
It's okay.
Right. Say goodbye to the internet.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, internet. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks for
Internet.
playing.
Good night, everybody.
Hanging out. Take care.
See you next
See you
week.
Thursday.